pretty ticked. We just saw it this past weekend. I know college basketball is not the same as NBA, but I'm just saying, you go the whole season and someone's playing lights out and the playoffs come, and what happened? It's Golden State versus the who was that? Was that Utah? When Baron Davis yanked it on Andre Karolinko? Oh no, they eliminated Dallas. Dallas is what it was. The Ben from BS3 Sports. It's Mavericks. They were the number overall seed, and they ran into the Warriors. And Baron Davis, Steven Jackson, Matt Barnes, and them boys gave them the business. And it was matchups. It's all about matchups. So it could be. OKC is going to be a hard out for anyone in the Western Conference. But it's almost playoff time. So that's why we're talking about it. That's why we're getting excited. Again, you listen to the Wait a Minute show with your man Jelani JB Bodie. It's going down Wednesday night here in the ATL in the Lion Den studio. So we're going to stay into the basketball news. And since I was talking about the playoffs being right around the corner, I read this before coming on the show, probably about an hour or two, and I said, you know what? I'm going to bring it up, and I don't like the idea. I think it's horrible, but you tell me what you think. They said there's a report that's saying that the NBA, not that they adopted it or anything like that, but I guess they're probably looking into it about a play-in tournament to determine which teams make the bottom seeds, like the 7th and 8th seed in each conference. So I'll give you an example. You basically will have the 7th and 8th seed play for the 7th seed. Then you will have the 9th and 10th seed play for the 8th seed. I don't understand where this is interesting. I don't understand where this is something someone's going to say, you know what? I need to watch this. You know why? I'm going to go, and Angry Black Man always is on me about my Pistons, but I'm going to tell you this right now. I am a Pistons fan all my life. I love the Pistons. I support the Pistons. I root for the Pistons. I defend the Pistons. But let me tell you, the Pistons are 9th in the Eastern Conference, 32 and 39. They are 6.5 games behind Milwaukee right now? There's no way I want to see Detroit playing in a play-in game. No way I want to see Detroit playing in a play-in game. You've had 82 games. Let me say that in Spanish. 82. 82 games to get your butt in the playoffs. If you cannot do it with 82 games, you don't need to be in the playoffs. You don't deserve to be in the playoffs. There shouldn't be a reward for not doing well enough. These are the standards. College, a play-in, that's different because it's one game. It's one game, and you could change history. You could change the tournament. You could blow up people brackets like my bracket is blown up now. You could get on a hot streak. You could get on a hot run, and maybe win 4 or 5 games, get to the Final Four, maybe the championship. Hasn't been done yet, but that's the whole thing of like play-in games. We are talking about if you get into the playoffs, people are going to look at you and say, can you win 16 games? Not 5, not 6, not 4, not 3, 16. Nobody want to see that. I don't want to see the Pistons, doing that. So, no. LeBron said it's whack. I agree. It's whack. It would be a horrible idea. Horrible. 9th, 8th, 10th seed competing to be in the playoffs. And then if you win, here's the thing. You get the AFC, then you get to see Toronto. Or if you're out west, you get the AFC, you get to see Houston. Chances are it's going to be over. We just talked about, and being from BS3 Boards, just jumped in here. We just talked about his Mavericks being number one, and they got that booty tap by the Golden State Warriors, 10 years ago at this point? When has that happened ever again? No, nobody wants to see that. I don't want to see that. That would be horrible. A play-in game in the NBA. Horrible idea. I hope they take that, ball it up, and throw it into the ocean. Come up with another idea, if maybe for the playoffs. We already talked about just taking the top 16 teams. If you're going to do something, do that. Do not be doing this play-in game. 82 games is more than enough games for you to get your mind right, to get wins, to get healthy, whatever it is you need to do to make the playoffs. No play-in game. None whatsoever. I think Lopan, even agree with me on something like that. No play-in games, right, Lopan? Indeed. Okay. All right. So Lopan is there with me as well. So, yeah, no play-in games. Stop that. Stop it. You're thinking too hard. You're thinking too much. You're thinking too long. What they say in spades? Study long, study wrong. Yeah, that's what you're doing. You're studying too long, so you're studying wrong. Angry Black Man in the Wait a Minute Show chat room. Now, this was about 25 years ago, 20 or something like that, but Angry Black Man said Denver beat the number one seed and 60-plus win Seattle Supersonics team. I remember that team because Mutombo was laying all over the ground, sweating. We beat the team. Yeah, him, LaFonso Ellis, company, and over Gary Payton and Sean Kemp and company. I remember that. So we're talking about twice in the past 25 years. Angry Black Man. So I do remember that. I remember that very well. They played Seattle very tough and they played them very confidently, But yeah, I don't want to see. I don't want to see the Pistons or any other team, like that. If you can't get in the way it is now, it wasn't meant for you to get in. Sluggo said, agreed, Jelani. If you couldn't get there after 82 games, why bother? Get your weight up. That's right. And to me, here's the thing. What if there's a team like Miami, Mocha Bella's team last year, they were supposed to be in the playoffs. We all know they were supposed to be in the playoffs, right? But Brooklyn, they was working out something else with Chicago and all that stuff. So they didn't play all their players. And because, that happened, Miami didn't make the playoffs. And Miami was hot. They were a team I don't think anybody really wanted to mess with, especially in the first round. So what if you have, a situation, like that, where you got a team that's hot. They just qualified for the playoffs or whatever. And then a team that sucks, they play them, and that team gets lucky. Now they're sitting on the outside. To me, Miami did what they were supposed to do. They should have got rewarded for it. It didn't work out that way. It could be scenarios like that. So yeah, I'm done with it. I'm done with it. No, I don't want it. So we're going to get into football. But before we get into football, we're going to take a break. And then we'll come back and we'll talk about Ndamukong Suh. He's in the news. And earlier I was telling you about that dirty bird, Matt Ryan, and his contract situation. So we'll get into that a little bit and some other NFL talk. And you're listening to the Wait a Minute Show. Your man, Jelani J.B. Bodie, Lopan. He will be back. He always walking in and out. He cannot stay in one place. But after these words, I promise he'll be back here. And then we'll get into some NFL talk. And we'll get to some Wait a Minute Show listener talk as well. Yeah, you listen to the Wait a Minute Show. Wednesday night, hump night. Let's go.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I am Vince Wright, the sports governor, and you know me from the Sports Done Right show. But when I'm not doing Sports Done Right, I'm in the executive mansion chilling with the Wait a Minute show. That's right, Jelani, Lopan, indeed. Keep it tuned here, y'all. The Wait a Minute show. My name is Vince Wright, and I approve this message.
Yo, this is your boy Keith C from the
Kicking It With Keith C show.
When I want to jam, I'm jamming with Queen Josie and DJ New as they're kicking those vibes.
Don't be a crook who steals. Buy what you need at DougieDeals.com.
We don't take orders from super fools. We give them.
Give it to you.
Any and all resistance will crumble. Nonsense. There's never been a threat
Squad.
couldn't handle. It is the purpose of the
Squad.
to align our infamous forces against the powers of good and defeat them, leaving us, the rulers of the world.
This is Girly Girl. Join me every Sunday at 5 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time for Girly Girls World for intriguing conversation and relevant topics. Girly Girls World for the women on the go and the men who want to know. Girly Girls World Sundays at 5 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back once again. It is your man, Jelani JB Bodie, and this is...
It's the Wait a Minute show.
On the Two Live Stews Radio Network. And ladies, you just heard Girly Girls World. Make sure you tune in Sundays. You just heard her. I support the ladies too. So, fellas, get in there as well. The lady, they be talking about stuff that's going to help you out, fellas. Help you out. So, get into the show. Get in the mix. Girly Girls World, man. Sundays. Get on it. You know? Shouts out to Girly Girl. And you know, I might even be in there, you know, talking it up or maybe, you know, saying what's on Lopan's mind. Indeed. Yeah, so Girly Girls World. Now, let's get back into this football news. Again, we were talking about before the break, Ndamukong Suh. So just recently today, he was supposed to visit the Raiders. For whatever reason, he said, I'm not going to do that. I'm not seeing that. Blah, blah, blah. Cancel that. So canceled his visit with the Oakland Raiders, went back home, and they're saying he's mulling over what he's going to do. Now, there's 3 teams that he actually did go and visit and have a talk with, and one of them was the Tennessee Titans, the New Orleans Saints, and the Los Angeles Rams. So, Suh, where is probably the best landing spot for Ndamukong Suh? And all 3 teams, 1, they were in the playoffs. 2, they seem to be, you know, up and coming teams. I mean, Tennessee, young quarterback. They look like they're going to go with Derrick Henry just to be their bell cow running back. They got Corey Davis, Rashad Matthews, you know, on the wideouts. Their defense is not bad. They got all-pro safety in Byard and the line with Jarrell Casey, and, you know, so they got a nice team there. New Orleans, we saw what New Orleans did. New Orleans, we understand. New Orleans was supposed to be in the NFC Championship game. They at the end, they just whoopsie, you know, and that was unfortunate for them. You know, not unfortunate for Falcon fans. They enjoyed it, but their defense has improved. Guys like Marcus Lattimore, Cam Jordan is, you know, on that team leading that defensive line. They got Kenny Vaccaro and they cut Kenny Vaccaro, but they have why am I having a brain fart right now? But I cannot think of it right now. But they have an upgraded defense, and we of course know what the Rams are. You know, they just add Marcus Peters, they add Keith Talib, you got Aaron Donald. I mean, on the defensive side, these teams are, he could go either one and help out Either one of these teams.